Hey everyone, Dana here. The last few days I've been a little sick, which is never fun. I don't know if you can hear it. My nose is still stuffed up a little bit, but while being sick, I had some inspiration for this video. I had plenty of time while I was sick to think about some of the idioms that we use in English to talk about not feeling so well or being sick. And so today I'm going to look at those idioms a little bit, and also I'm going to translate them literally into German because, I don't know, I'm just always entertained when looking at idioms in one language literally translated into another language. So I hope you enjoy it as well. The saying under the weather in English is one that I use when I'm just not feeling so good. You know, I'm a little sick or I'm just really tired, really exhausted. You know, for example, if it's been a few weeks and you haven't gotten a good night's sleep and you're not feeling quite right, then that's when I would use under the weather. You know, do you want to go out tonight? No, I'm feeling a little under the weather. Me personally, I wouldn't use this saying if I'm like really sick. You know, if I have the flu or something else and I'm just doing really badly, then I wouldn't use under the weather. Then I would say, I have the flu, or one of these other sayings that we're going to get to later. But for me, under the weather is for when I'm just a little sick or I'm just not feeling quite right. And I guess in German, that would be unter das Wetter. And going along with this, one that for me is pretty similar to under the weather would be run down. Only with run down, I would never use that if I were actually sick. Whereas with under the weather, I would use that if I was like a little sick. But with run down, for me, it's more just like if I've gone several nights in a row without getting a good night's sleep, or my batteries feel really drained for some reason, then I would say, you know, I'm just feeling run down. And if I'm feeling run down, then what I want is to just curl up on the couch with a good book or a movie or TV shows and some pizza and just, you know, chill there on the couch that night. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm feeling a little run down tonight. I just need to, you know, get some of my energy back, get a good night's sleep, and then I'll probably feel better. And in German, I guess that would be runtergelaufen or unten gelaufen, I guess, I don't know. But then on the other side of things, if you are really sick, like not just a little achy or feeling exhausted, no, if you are really sick, then there's the idiom sick as a dog. And if I were to use this in a sentence, I wouldn't even go with like, I'm feeling sick as a dog. No, this would just get right to the point. I am sick as a dog. And so I guess in German, that would be krank wie ein Hund. Ich bin krank wie ein Hund. If a person is feeling queasy and like there's a pretty good chance they might vomit at any moment, then they could use the phrase sick to your stomach. So you could say, I'm feeling sick to my stomach. And in German, I guess that would be krank zu deinem Magen. Ich fühle mich krank zu deinem Magen. Ich fühle mich krank zu meinem Magen. And sticking with the whole queasy theme, if you're looking a little queasy, then someone might say to you that you look a little green around the gills. And the gills are here on fish, what fish used to breathe. And I had to look up what that is in German. Kiemen. That is a vocabulary word that never came up in any of my lessons, in any of my German classes, or any of my life here in Germany so far. So I hope I got that word right. And then I guess that would be grün die Kiemen. Can you say that? I don't think so. Like, du siehst ein bisschen grün die Kiemen aus. And what I had, it was a cold. And how do you get a cold in English? Well, you catch it, of course. So you catch a cold. In German, eine Kälte fangen. Of course, German also has the word Erkältung, so maybe also eine Erkältung fangen. But what I really love about the word Erkältung is that in English, you can say, I have a cold, and same with Erkältung, ich habe eine Erkältung, but you can also use Erkältung with ich bin erkältet. So that would be like, I am colded, which you can't do in English. A term that's not associated with one sickness in particular, but is just used if you've gotten sick, is to fall ill. So, I've fallen ill. And I guess in German that would be, ich habe krank gefallen? Nein, ich bin krank gefallen, right? Because fall is an action verb. Ich bin gefallen. Ich bin krank gefallen. Yeah, I think that's right. It's hard to translate it because it doesn't actually make any sense, right? You can't say, ich bin krank gefallen. I think that's grammatically correct, even if it actually makes no sense whatsoever. And to end on a more positive note, how about an English saying for when you're feeling really, really great and really healthy? Then you could say, you're fit as a fiddle. You're fit wie eine Geige, or gesund wie eine Geige. And me personally, I would say that I'm not quite yet gesund wie eine Geige. I'm still feeling a little bit runtergelaufen, a little bit run down, but I feel like I'm on my way in that direction. I'm getting better, on my way to gesund wie eine Geige. So my question for you is, what sayings do you know of in any language for when you're feeling sick or also when you're feeling healthy? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you will enjoy the bloopers that are coming up next. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Even when talking particular. Does that make any sense? Would be under the weather? Unter das Wasser? Water? It's actually like unter das Wasser. That's under the water. That's something else.